Bonsoir à tous. Welcome back for more short stories in French. We're using the Nanofictions by Patrick Baud that you can find on Twitter. And talking about Twitter, guess who tweeted about what we were doing? Patrick Baud tweeted about Commune Française, explaining the Nanofictions for her Anglophone audience, thanks to her. So yeah, that was really kind. I emailed him in order to check that he was okay with me doing that, explaining what it was and who is it for, why we're doing that, and that I was referencing all his work properly. And he said it was great, and thank you very much for doing that. And then he tweeted about Commune Française. So that's very, very nice. So he supports what we're doing together. Let's move on to new ones today. We're going to talk about the do you say cardinal sins? Deadly sins. I just have my notes here. Deadly sins, and then we are going to talk about very, very shy lovers, which I think is extremely cute. So let's start with the first one together. We are going to start by reading this tale together, and then we are going to look at all the vocabulary, the verbs, and the context that is in each tale, and then read it again. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Il avait décidé de consacrer sa vie aux 7 péchés capitaux en libérant tous ses travers. Chaque jour serait dominé par la colère, l'avarice, l'orgueil, l'envie et les excès de toutes sortes. Il était prêt à exécuter son plan, mais au dernier moment, la paresse l'en empêcha. So let's start with the first sentence. Here. So let's read this one again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Il avait décidé de consacrer sa vie aux 7 péchés capitaux en libérant tous ses travers. Il avait décidé, he had decided, de consacrer sa vie. Consacrer is to devote oneself. Consacrer is to devote. I have to confess something. My keyboard on my computer is dying. It's been dying for years. And some keys are not really working anymore. And this morning I went shopping and I got some batteries that you can recharge. And it changed my life. So now I can really write and not have to type so hard on the key. So it's much nicer for me to do this for you. Consacrer is to devote. And after 6 weeks at home, you really see what matters and what doesn't. Consacrer, to devote yourself. So for example, consacrer sa vie. But you can say, j'ai consacré mon été à l'apprentissage du français. Je suis allée prendre des cours intensifs chez Accent français à Montpellier. They're not asking me to do that. They don't know I'm doing that, but they're great. J'ai consacré mon été à l'apprentissage du français. I devoted my summer to learning French. Je suis allée prendre des cours intensifs chez Accent français à Montpellier. I went to take intensive classes at Accent français, which is a real school that I'm in touch with. They're really great. If you're looking for intensive classes and a wonderful city and a great area, you can go there. À Montpellier. In Montpellier. Consacrer sa vie aux 7 péchés capitaux. Les péchés capitaux in French, it is the deadly sins. In English. Les péchés capitaux. So for example, just to insist on that, la peine capital. It's death penalty. So I'm not sure why. But capital means very, very important, as in capital, city. And this translates into death penalty. Do we have something better from word reference? Capital punishment. So yeah, you have something similar in English. No, I'm going to assume that you know what a capital punishment is, but you can see here that we used this capital in order to use that. You can use les péchés mortels, but les péchés capitaux is more the expression, and there's 7 of them. C'est aux 7 péchés capitaux en libérant tous ses travers. Libérer is to free, okay? Libérer is to free. La liberté is freedom. How do you take notes? Do you take notes on a notebook, or do you take notes on a file? Let me know in the chat and in the comments. I'd love to know. I'm curious about that. I would love to know how you learn from what we're doing together each night. En libérant tous ses travers. Un travers. I have this in my notes. It is a quirk. I didn't know this word. This one, un travers. So for example, it means that something's not straight. De travers. How do you say that in English? Crooked. Crooked. So travers always have this idea that it's not straight, it's not right. So un travers is a quirk, it's a bad habit. Okay. Habitude, un mauvais penchant. You can say that. Un mauvais penchant, for example. I would say il a un travers pour l'alcool, but that's not really nice. En entrant dans le casino, non, en pratiquant la, en pratiquant la méditation, j'ai pu supprimer mon penchant pour les petits beurres. Again, I don't want to put something that is overwhelming and stressful. So, en pratiquant la méditation, by practicing meditation, j'ai pu supprimer mon penchant pour les petits beurres. I managed to remove, suppress, delete my quirk for petit beurre is it is a famous biscuit. It's that. This one is good. So that's un petit beurre. And they're in this box. You should be able to see it here. Here, that's better. You can see it here. So this is what it looks like. They're really good. And it's a taste that you're used to. So it's something that is going to bring memories if you had some when you were a child. And these are the kind of biscuits that we give to children because they can put them in their drooling mouth. So petit beurre, it's not a bad thing. I didn't want to put murder meditation or murder or smoking or killing people. So let's say you have a quirk for les petits beurres. But here, un travers is, because we're going to see it after, is something really bad that you have, a very bad habit, a very bad need, a very bad mental health problem. So let's read this one again and try to find les liaisons if we find any. 1, 2, 3. Il avait décidé de consacrer sa vie aux 7 péchés capitaux en libérant tous ses travers. Okay, so I don't see any liaison here. Oh, there was a mistake yesterday I wanted to fix. It's about une faute. I remember someone telling me in the... Here, it is une faute. So if you wrote a faute, it is une faute. But when students tell me I had a mistake, I made a mistake, I like to correct them. Chaque jour serait dominé par la colère, l'avarice, l'orgueil, l'envie et les excès de toutes sortes. Oh, and by the way, about la liaison, I'm working super hard on a lesson for Tuesday, hopefully about la liaison, where we are going to explain everything there is to know about it. So check it out on Tuesday, keep an eye on YouTube, and you can also subscribe and activate your notifications so you're notified of the new videos. Chaque jour, every day, serait dominé, would be dominated by la colère, l'avarice, l'orgueil, l'envie et les excès de toutes sortes. So here he started to talk about the different deadly sins. So what are those? La colère, it is anger. L'avarice, it is greed. L'orgueil, it is pride. L'envie is desire. And here you go. And the excesses of all kinds. De toutes sortes is of all kinds. And this is again something that you can use in your French. Of all kinds. This reminds me of a sketch from Cabin Pressure. Does anyone know Cabin Pressure? It's one of my favorite programs on earth. It's a comedy show by John Finnemer about a small airline company, and it's so great. I'm going to write it down just here for those who want to know about it. Cabin Pressure. It's the BBC. That's something to enjoy in confinement. I listened to the 26 episodes, I think, at least 6 times. And I listened to all the series once since confinement. And they have one of the episodes is about a game where they have to remember all the deadly sins. So now every time I hear about those, I remember this episode. Cabin Pressure, highly recommended. So let's read the sentence again. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Chaque jour serait dominé par la colère, l'avarice, l'orgueil, l'envie et les excès de toutes sortes. So here we have a very classic kind of liaison between l'article and le nom, les excès de toutes sortes. Of all kinds, it's something that you can use in your French. De toutes sortes. For example, dans mon association, nous luttons contre les racismes de toutes sortes. In my club, we fight against racism of all kinds. Well done. Il était prêt à exécuter son plan, mais au dernier moment, la paresse l'en empêcha. Here we have one. And that's it. Il était prêt à exécuter son plan. He was ready. Être prêt is to be ready. Prêt. Prêt is ready. And prêt is close. Close. For example, j'ai attaché mon vélo près de la gare. How do you say attaché? To knot? To tie? Attaché, to attach. Okay. I attached my bike close to the station, my bicycle. And prêt is ready, for example. Je mets mes chaussettes. Je mets mes chaussettes. Et je suis prête. I put my socks and I'm ready. Il était prêt à exécuter son plan, to execute his plan, mais au dernier moment, but at the last minute, this is something that you can use, au dernier moment, at the last minute, at the last time, no, last minute, at the last minute, la paresse l'en empêcha. Ah, that saved us. La paresse l'en empêcha. La paresse, I would say laziness. What did I write? Idleness. And I wrote sloth, but I don't know that word. So you'll have to know if it works or not. La paresse. Empêcher is to prevent. To prevent. Il était prêt à exécuter son plan, mais au dernier moment, la paresse l'en empêcha. He was ready to execute his plan, but at the last moment, at the last minute, laziness prevented him from doing it. Let's read it all again together, and then I'm going to translate just to make sure that everybody understands the plot and the twist at the end. Ready? Okay, breathe in, breathe out, and let's read the tale. Il avait décidé de consacrer sa vie aux 7 péchés capitaux en libérant tous ses travers. Chaque jour serait dominé par la colère, l'avarice, l'orgueil, l'envie et les excès de toutes sortes. Il était prêt à exécuter son plan, mais au dernier moment, la paresse l'en empêcha. So we have someone, a man, who had decided to devote his life to the capital sins by liberating all that was bad about him. Every day would be dominated by anger, greed, pride, desire, and all the kind of excess that you could find. He was ready to execute his plan, but at the last minute, laziness prevented him from doing it, because laziness is one of the capital sins. And again, maybe it's sloth in the way that we say the list, but I don't know this word, so you'll have to tell me. It's good. He was protected in the end. He got protected in the end. We'll keep that for tomorrow, I think, and we're going to move on to this one. Let's try to read it together. There are some difficult words, but it's going to be okay. We're in there together. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Ces deux-là étaient très timides. Au fil des mois, elles se rapprochaient d'une manière si progressive qu'elle était imperceptible pour les observateurs extérieurs. Wow, that's hard to say. Mais quand elles s'unirent finalement, leur amour pouvait déplacer des montagnes. C'était 2 plaques tectoniques. Oh, that's nice. There's no border for love. Ces deux-là étaient très timides. Those two were very shy. Oh no. Ooh, sorry. Ces là, I would say maybe there is a dash here. Not sure. Ces là is those. Okay. So for example, ces trois-là sont vraiment les pires chiens de la Terre. Those three are really the worst dog on earth. But you can say Jean as well. Ces gens-là sont les plus gentils. Non, Jean, ça fait Jean twice. Sont les plus agréables du village. Those people are the nicest of the village. So you can use this structure. These, là. And it is exactly the same as in English. You can say these three, those four, those five, those 10, those people, those dogs, okay? Because here you can say ces chiens-là, okay, as well. But here you'd have to change the ending, obviously. But here it doesn't only have to be people. And it's a good structure to actually talk about something you're saying, this is the thing I'm talking about, or those two, those people, to just show and insist on something that you're explaining. Ces deux-là étaient très timides. Timide, c'est shy. Timide is shy. Au fil des mois, again something very, very interesting for you here. Au fil des mois, it is like that, and timid is shy. Au fil des mois, you can say des années, you can say rencontre. So it is, I took some notes about that, as something goes by. So here it is as months went by, elle se rapprochait d'une manière si progressive. Se rapprocher is to get closer. S'approcher, it is to get closer as well. But s'approcher is only you in front of something that doesn't move. So for example, je me suis approché de l'écran pour mieux voir. I got closer to the screen in order to see better. But se rapprocher is to get closer to each other. Closer to you. So for example, mon chien et mon chat se sont beaucoup rapprochés dans le confinement. My dog and my cat really got closer during confinement. Se rapprocher is normally two people getting together, or I mean two things getting closer with both the intention of it. Okay? Se sont beaucoup rapprochés pendant le confinement. Here, if you're getting closer to the TV itself is not moving. It's you. In such a progressive way that it was imperceptible, I read that you have imperceptible. And that applies to noise and sight. It means something that you cannot identify because it's too small. Pour les observateurs extérieurs, it is outside observers. Okay, l'extérieur is outside. Outside. So let's read this again and find the liaison. Ces deux-là étaient très timides. Here, no liaison. Au fil des mois, elles se rapprochaient d'une manière si progressive qu'elle était imperceptible pour les observateurs. So here we have one. Les observateurs extérieurs. Let's read this again with la liaison. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ces deux-là étaient très timides. Au fil des mois, elles se rapprochaient d'une manière si progressive qu'elle était imperceptible pour les observateurs extérieurs. Ok, fine so far. Mais quand elles s'unirent finalement, leur amour pouvait déplacer des montagnes. C'étaient deux plaques tectoniques. Here we have just one liaison, I think. Mais quand elles s'unirent, finalement, leur amour pouvait déplacer des montagnes. C'étaient deux plaques tectoniques. But when they got together in the end, s'unir, I wrote something for you that I wanted to tell you. Yes, s'unir is to get together. To get together. However, when I think about s'unir, I think about weddings because the term is s'unir par les liens du mariage. So it's more about tying the knot here. Have this idea of getting together par les liens du mariage. And if it is a church, it would be sacré. Par les liens sacrés du mariage. Quand elles s'unirent finalement, in the end, leur amour pouvait déplacer des montagnes. Their love could move mountains. Déplacer is to move. C'était deux plaques tectoniques. It was two tectonic plates. So yeah, definitely they had lots of power. Let's read this sentence together again and then we're going to translate the whole story. Mais quand elles s'unirent finalement, leur amour pouvait déplacer des montagnes. C'étaient deux plaques tectoniques. But when they got together in the end, their love could move mountains. It was two tectonic plates. Oh, that's cute. I never thought about tectonic plates being in love, but yes, it makes sense. Let's read it together again. Ces deux-là étaient très timides. Au fil des mois, elles se rapprochaient d'une manière si progressive qu'elle était imperceptible pour les observateurs extérieurs. Mais quand elles s'unirent finalement, leur amour pouvait déplacer des montagnes. C'étaient deux plaques tectoniques. These two were very shy. As months went by, they got closer and closer in a way that was so progressive that it was impossible to see for the outside observers. But when they got together in the end, their love could move mountains. It was two tectonic plates. Oh, that's cute. So I hope we don't have an earthquake tonight because of that. But we would know that it's two tectonic plates in love who want to get together. If you watch this for the first time or you want to catch up on the previous episodes, you're going to find the playlist with all the episodes on the right. And it's a joy to do that every day. And I hope you're enjoying this as much as I do. I wish you une bonne soirée, une bonne journée, maybe une bonne nuit. And I will see you tomorrow at 7:15 Paris time. You can binge watch all the previous episodes in the notes if you want. And tell me in the comments, by the way. I would love to know how you're learning from that. And tell me how you take notes. I'm very, very curious. I love to hear from you. Salut, à demain.